A breakthrough of possibilities in order to achieve new realities. The scientific front resolutely accepts the challenges of wartime and proposes quick and effective solutions. Sikorsky Challenge 2022, Innovative Transformation of Ukraine. This year, the participants did not present ideas, but ready-made innovative solutions. If during past competitions, inventors proposed developments mostly for civilian use, now all participants have a common goal: to speed up Ukraine's victory and strengthen it during reconstruction. The innovative platform brought together scientists, government officials, international and national investors, and businesses at one site in the Kyiv Polytechnic. We need to combine the capabilities of our state, the capabilities of an investor or the governments of other states, say Ukrainian Polish enterprises, which could use such startups in joint developments. It's all possible. More than this, the Poles are very supportive of it. I know that there are absolutely inclined companies and the Polish government who really want this to happen, and Japan, the United States, and Great Britain as well. This year, almost 200 projects were submitted to the competition. Most of them are ideas related to the military and defense sphere. There are breakthrough scientific and technical developments that will certainly bring Ukraine closer to victory. In past years, we hardly cooperated with budget funds, budget organizations, state institutions. However, this year, defense, infrastructure, IT, and cybersecurity are the main focus of the festival and the lines of development for the near future. It is impossible to implement the ideas without state support, without the participation of state institutions. In order to obtain some coordination, it is necessary to create a platform for the innovative transformation of Ukraine. This is the KRIP-A complex. It conducts reconnaissance of combat targets in automatic mode. Without the voice radio communication, the complex helps control fire systems. It is a positioning, guidance, and navigation system. It performs the positioning function, determines position of the cannon. It performs the function of determining the launching angle. It performs electronic targeting for cannon artillery. Now the targeting process is carried out in semi-automatic mode. That is, the commander-gunner of the cannon knows the position of the combat vehicle, its angle, its coordinates, which are automatically transmitted to the system, which makes calculations and generates data without the gunner's participation. This complex has been in service with the military for 4 years. It has no analogs in Ukraine. In order to accurately hit the target, KPI scientists perform mathematical calculations and improve the navigation systems of the KRIP-A complex. The Vector Airline Company presented a powerful maneuvering helicopter, which is ideal for transporting wounded casualties. Its main advantage is 2 engines with a reduced thermal track, which makes the helicopter inconspicuous to the enemy. If one engine fails mid-flight, it will be able to continue the flight with 1 engine. Thus, the flight safety increases. All modifications are presented at this stand. They are sanitary version, police, military, and passenger basic version. Maneuverable in extreme conditions with convenient control. This is an electric all-terrain vehicle for the military. It easily overcomes steep slopes. The design allows quick replacing of discharged battery, which is designed for 150 kilometers of road. Equipped with green headlights, which are ideal for night vision. It is designed for 3 persons. If there are 2 persons sitting in front, a load of 100 kilograms can lie in the back. The electric ATV has 3 fold-out flanks. Hence, it is possible, for example, to take the ammunition load to the front line and then take the wounded person from there. In a day or 2, or 3 days maximum, it will go to the Donetsk region to liberate Makivka. Fireproof glass that protects against powerful explosions and shots. It withstands 600 degrees Celsius for 90 minutes. We already produce this material for armored vehicles in Ukraine. We are currently working to ensure that the glass does not fog up. Test shots were fired from a Kalashnikov assault rifle at a distance of 10 meters. The initial speed of the bullet was approximately 715 meters per second. 3 shots were fired. Certainly, the shots caused external damage, but the glass remained intact. This year, the defense section had the greatest demand. All inventions are of urgent need for our military. Soon they will appear on the front line. The state will partially finance these developments. Those with the best technology win the war. Many years ago, there were many startups that were very useful to the armed forces in order to ensure the defense capability of our country. And that's why the support for startups, support for young people who participate in these developments is a very important state policy. Among the military-industrial novelties, we see this multifunctional device. PanOps notices, recognizes, and reads the trajectory of enemy objects in the air. The project of the Ukrainian navigation system for moving objects has a similar functionality. It works without satellite data. It is based on inertial technologies that calculate the perimeters of movement and guidance of missiles and unmanned aerial vehicles. This machine is the RoboTrack amphibious robot. It will be useful for transporting accoutrements, ammunition load, and the wounded. A hydrogel bandage is an indispensable component of the first aid kit of every military man for 8 years. It heals wounds 1.5 times faster, does not tear the epithelium, can be painlessly removed from the wound, and retains its elasticity even at -20 degrees. The bandage is transparent. A doctor can see the state of the wound through it without changing the bandage. The bandage breathes. It differs from all other analogs due to its capability to absorb exudate in a 10-fold amount. The electric resector of the meniscus allows the surgeon to quickly, affordably, and painlessly perform a surgical operation on the knee joint without damaging it. It is inexpensive and easy to use. Doctors have already tested the technology. The tool contains an electrode loop, at the tip of which a radio-frequency plasma appears. It operates in conjunction with a radio-frequency energy generator. When immersed in the joint, we open the tool and such a small loop appears. With it, when we press a special pedal, we start the supply of energy and radio-frequency plasma is formed. This is an acoustic thermometer. The device measures the temperature distribution in the body. It can be used not only in medical institutions, but also at home. It is suitable for the prevention and control of oncological diseases. The measurement accuracy is 0.2 to 0.5 degree, and the resolution power is 1 millimeter. It is also very important that the device does not emit anything. We only detect vibrations of the human body. There is no analog of such a device in the world. This is the killer of antibiotics. It is the electrothermosurgery device for quick operation of severely wounded soldiers. Its absolute sterility without the use of antibiotics helps to stop infection, such as purulent cholestasis. The device allows doctors to perform the entire range of surgical manipulations, i.e., cutting, suturing, and stopping blood. Its high-frequency element welds large blood vessels. The convection infrared element stops bleeding from the liver, spongy bones, and small vessels. Health is Nearby is a system that allows the patient and the doctor to conduct remote consultations, screening of blood pressure, pulse, and lung state. Screening devices are connected to the complex, and the doctor sees your medical status and its dynamics. The patient receives some individual medical devices and, thanks to telemedicine, can carry out any procedures prescribed for him/her at the comfort of their own home. This is an example of an individual medical device. It is a universal 3-channel cardiograph and a system of daily Holter monitoring. It has a built-in 4G modem, which is connected to the internet, and it can immediately transfer the registered data to the central system. The Smart Shelter project offers a modern, innovative shelter that can be easily transformed into a space for studying, working, and relaxing. Clust Company developed the project together with the Kyiv Polytechnics on the basis of the KPI Scientific and Technical Library. This is the concept of an innovative smart shelter, a shelter that actually performs 2 functions. On the one hand, it is a bomb shelter. It is a space that functions in moments of danger. On the other hand, it is an innovative space for life, work for the normal education process, and simply a space where we can spend time together in a comfortable, high-quality, and amusing way. This is Creativity Valley, a platform for transformative student creativity. It is an analog of a business incubator designed for educational institutions. It enables students to monitor current events in the sphere of science and innovation, submit ideas to the Coordination Center, and implement them. A pilot launch of the project is already scheduled at Igor Sikorsky KPI. The project provides inclusion of all structural subdivisions, educational and research centers in a single ecosystem where we can coordinate students, involve them in various activities, where we can find team members for them using a social network. There is no similar solution in Ukraine. Alligator is an innovative gas generator boiler that fulfills two global tasks, energy and environmental, at once. Any combustible waste, plastic, tires, firewood, textiles, garbage, serves as fuel for it. The device is certified and has several models with power of 25 kilowatts to 3 to 15 megawatts. A dozen of such boilers successfully operate, and the next dozen is at the manufacturing stage. The maximum efficiency is about 95%. The content of harmful substances in gaseous emissions does not exceed the European permissible standards. The non-combustible residue, that is, stones, wire, everything that remains, is practically sterile because it is processed at such a high temperature that exceeds 1100 degrees. Young innovators from the Igor Sikorsky KPI Lyceum offer solutions aimed at reducing air pollution in Kyiv. They developed the Kyiv Guide, which will encourage citizens to use public transport in order to make the city more ecological. The user takes the public transportation route, turns on the application, allows tracking the geolocation so that the application understands the exact location of the user, and at the right moment it plays audio files that talk about places of interest the user passes during the trip. The author of the startups actively work to attract investors for the practical use of the developments. Most of them are at the implementation stage. Work is already underway to create the Fund for the Restoration of Ukraine, which will accumulate funds for the restoration and transformation of our state. We collaborate with the World Bank, the European Commission, the Commission of the Commissioner for Crisis Situations, who recently visited Ukraine and said what was needed. We don't need absolutely everything. We need precise tools, equipment, specialists, technologies. We will not only implement them in Ukrainian life and existence, but we will improve them. It's an eco-friendly, vacuum, decarbonized energy generator that generates electricity out of the air. The electricity it produces is 30% cheaper than solar and wind energy. It's mobile, it's weather independent. It can work anywhere you need it. We believe that it will generate 10 to 40 kilowatts of energy for consumers and can become a reliable source of electric energy in our difficult times. This invention performs express monitoring of water. It detects chemical compounds and other contaminants. Thus, we can know whether the purification systems operate without failures and how we must change the mode of water purification. It can be used both at enterprises and at home. Today, the resolution is set at 10 to 15 minutes, but it changes in accordance with the requirements. Hence, you can get the change in the chemical composition of the water environment during a day. This year, for the first time, a new section, Sikorsky Challenge Junior, KPI School of Creativity, was created within the framework of the Festival of Innovation Projects. During 3 days, students mastered project and time management tools. The intensive program helped them to find a niche for own formation and development as a scientist, improving one's potential in view of personal qualities. This year, the co-founder of the Sikorsky Challenge, the Ukraine Leonid Kuchma Presidential Fund, provided 5 special scholarships for participants in various nominations. Cash prizes were awarded to the youngest participants and authors of the most socially significant projects. We honored the students of Kyiv Polytechnic, their project. It is very important for us to know that the biggest Ukrainian higher education institution has such a point of inspiration, so that from the very beginning these boys and girls know that Ukraine needs them. We really hope that they will find their customers at the state level. It is clear that the largest and most important investor of these projects should be the state itself. The mission of the Sikorsky Challenge Festival is to unite business, science, and the state. private high-tech companies, state-owned enterprises, associations, investment funds who are looking for ideas and are ready to invest in new developments. Meet on the site together with universities and scientific institutions, which are factories of ideas. Kyiv Polytechnic is an example of such synergy. The Sikorsky Challenge International Festival of Innovations was founded on its basis. If more and more young inventors master the culture of innovative entrepreneurship, then faster and more effectively they will transform the country from a low-tech material state to a high-tech one. Therefore, it is fundamental for us to attract as many startup authors, inventors, investors, representatives of high-tech companies as possible during the year, in order to convey to them the culture of innovation, the culture of research commercialization. According to the results of the International Innovation Festival, the absolute winner was nominated in each of the 5 sections. The winning project teams will receive support from the Sikorsky Challenge Innovation Holdings and its partners. They will include protocols of intent with investors and begin preparation for their special implementation. Not only the winners receive financing for the implementation of projects, business has selected and is ready to support many of this year's ideas. The 2022 festival has ended, but the Sikorsky Challenge Innovative Site at the Kyiv Polytechnic continues to function at the innovation front, bringing our victory closer.